everyone, Mutita here. So I help service-based entrepreneurs to get unstuck from their operation system. And today, proudly present because this is my personal experience. So as a system strategist, I just got taste the COVID-19 home test, and of course, the result came back negative. So don't worry, I'm fine here. But I want to make sure that you know that I really took this test, and I want to walk you through how you do SOP at scale. Because if you think that pandemic is at scale like 100,000 or millions people that they have to do this home test kit, actually, if you really want to get back your time, your SOP in your business are playing the same role. And it's literally the same way of you to scale your SOP so that they not come back to you and ask you every time. Before getting there, if you are new here or if you haven't already, please join me, my newsletter, weekly basis. I send you over what I have done research, what I'm studying currently, what I have learned from people surrounded me regarding to system and operation and many other good stuff. Check out at ebmgetunstuck.com. So let's get into it. So before I get to the COVID home test kit, I want to tell you how they filter the prospect or me before as a patient, right? Let's use blue color. So I love how simple the system is, and it's very easy to follow. COVID-19 home test kit. Oops, has to be home test. Right. So the way that starts, you have to have the symptom first, right? And then you contact GP. If everyone know UK, that's how it works. And they will ask you to register. So they get your information. So they can track you. So register and you can choose whether you will do home test or you will do the site test. Okay, I decided to go on the home test because the site was too far, and since they told me to quarantine myself, I don't want to travel. I'm too lazy, and I want to respect other people, so I'm just gonna be here, stuck in my cube. So for home test, let's put it here. Since home test, you have to validate your address, right? So they can ship it over to you. When they validate your address for them, is for two things. One for delivery, and two for collection. And it's very important, right? Even though you got the kit, but how you're gonna send it back to get the result. It has to be complete the loop of the process. So they have already think through on that. And that's how you qualify yourself to them. The way you register and validate here, they will ask you about the symptoms again, double check. This is like you have to show yourself to them that, hey, you really need to get tested on this because your GP have assigned you already that if you don't get tested, you couldn't contact back to them or you couldn't go further to the process, except you have the worst symptom that happening, you can go to AE right away. But if not, you just have to follow the process. This is like around 7 days. So they tell you the process about delivery and collection, and then wait for the result. These are the journey for the prospect journey, and the result that they would get would be positive or negative. You see the thinking process. This is very simple. From having the symptom to know whether you have COVID or not, without traveling, without getting back to them often. However, they know that there would be exceptions, so they handle the exception by they have the call center, customer support to answer any question, FAQ, and also Lifeline. What are these different from your business? It's not different at all. It's the same operation system. So who is your prospect, right? And who you are, that you have the expert position that they want to work with, how you qualify them, where do you want to lead them further. And once they are validated, what are the package that you want to sell them? What are the offer you have in hand? And what each offer will get them the result where they want to be. It's the same, exactly the same. It's applied to most of the thing in your life, trust me. And this system is way closer to you than you think of. Okay, I'm look so passionate because I'm really passionate and I'm very proud of this system. Let me walk you through a little bit more. So my way of doing SOP usually consists of like checklist, because I think it's the most simplest way to complete the task and to see the workflow. Apart from seeing things as the many process picture, but you also able to confirm yourself and your employer, your team leader, that you have done the task. So according to the author, Atu Gawande, I'm not sure I'm speaking his name right or wrong, but he have wrote this book, The Checklist Manifesto, and he said that the checklist has originated for the pre-fight checklist. And you can see that many of the important positions in our world right now, they use checklist to verify that job, to prepare that job, and to carry on the process without thinking, having this as a autopilot and just check it off each task. That is how they process the way they're thinking. In terms of your team members, either they are your followers or they are the expert, still you have the core component of the task that you require them to complete, and the checklist will hold them accountability that they have done and completed the task already. Just tick like that in the checkbox, and that's very easy to follow. So let me show you the kit that they come along with. As you can see here, I also have it here, the COVID home test step-by-step guide. Very simple. It's very step-by-step because first thing first, they form you overall process. Do you show the overall process with your SOP before you break down each step? Thinking about that, because that's very crucial. If they don't see the end goal before you go through the each step, they might not understand, because as a human being, our brain looks to the end goal first. Most of the time, we not really focus on how to get there, but where do we want to go, if that makes sense. So you want to know the result of the COVID test. Therefore, these are the steps you have to take to get your result. And you couldn't miss it, because if not, you will not get the test. Same as your SOP. That's how you validate your process every single time. Same as the way you take care of your customer. If you do one-on-one, a lot of one-on-one, and you have never just yet figured out your methodology, the way that you have to validate your methodology is the same, to track your process and make sure that they go through step by step. And then you will get the same result every time. Simple, right? Yeah. So here, let me walk you through. First thing first, they are afraid that because once you do the test, you have to ship over within like 48 hours after you receive the kit. So they want to make sure that you know where to ship to post the kit to the laboratory. That would be the first thing they want to check off the list. And it's always important to stick to the most priority of your workflow at the very first thing to complete. For example, if you have to make a video for any courses or any module of yours, you want to make sure you know the title of the video and you have that content already. If not, you couldn't even think of which software you're going to use or how long it would take, right? So the most important thing of creating a video is the content and the title, that what you can talk about. Same thing as here. This is the most important thing, because without posting it over, you wouldn't get the result. We focus on the result here. Then they want to know that you really gonna get the result. Therefore, your kid have to be registered. So they remind you again to register the kid online. And then you can start the test. Everyone wants to do the test. Everyone wants to give it a try, want to get experience. The SOP part, actually, if you are not a kind of person who read the starting and the end of the article, actually, when it comes to exercise or the workbook part of any assignment, that is the most enjoyable part, right? Because you are not only the passive, accept any assignment, but you also participate or being active in those workflow as well. So to do this test by take the swipe sample is, I find it's something I look forward to do personally. So after that, you're just gonna post the kit over and that's it. You wait for the result within 48 hours and you will get the result by email and text message. I'm not here to promote the way they do it, but I'm here to break down the process for you. It's exactly the same that you will walk them through in your SOP. What is the most important things? What are the things that you have to be cautious on? What are the steps it would take to complete the SOP? What next for them? And what is the objective that you will get from doing that? This SOP could be for your back-end office, for yourself, of your framework, your methodology that you will be able to certify or promise to your client every single time, but also SOP in terms of like giving to your team member as well. Standard operation procedure, right? It depends on what you will work on it for. And they break down this is to handle the objection. They clarify first, what types are you? What types is yourself as a prospect right now, right? Are you over 18? Are you still teenager or you are still children? What is this kit for? For whom? It's the same. You might have heard client success path or like your success journey, how you qualify anyone who on board with you or on the phone with you, where they are in their journey and how you will offer them that met their needs and also will bring them to where they want to be further. And that's how you complete the sales process, right? The same, they also handle those objections here as well. See, this is how government works and they sell you all the time. And as I told you, this is a second helpline. So they have the call center. If you have customer service in your company, that would be something they go to, right? Either chatbot or with the help desk or the telephone customer service that support your back-end company. Government also have that. But you know what? This is what I find that they have to improve, because when I called in, each person give me similar information, but not the same depth of detail. So even though at the scale of governmental scale, there are still mistakes, and this is because they haven't trained their staff at the same level, which I'm surprised because they have done this very well. And the training, like the YouTube video that people can watch and follow through, is quite easy. But I also understand on their behalf that by themselves, when they take care of the staff back end and oversee the process that they have to connecting the dot at the back end of the service to get to the result, are more complicated than me myself doing the kit and just wait for the result. Steps are a lot more fewer for myself than for them. So that would be something that you want to keep in mind when you communicate with your team member, because they not only get involved to the front end customer, but they also have to contact with you, entrepreneur, business owner, CEO or COO, or project manager or online business manager, helping the whole process flow. So that's it. That's what I want to show you. And as I told you about checklist, where is it? It's somewhere here. See, the checklist is simple. It has no need to be only the checkbox, but it's already organize your mind. What are the things that contained here that will get you something further at the next step. You have no need to do this fancy thing. Everything can be done only in Google Sheet, as everyone say, but it's about the step and the process that you explain, you walk them through, and how you break it down. That's how you can duplicate the successful process further to anyone who not even know your business, anyone who not even know your company. What do you do? But they can follow through your process because it's already clear and very fluid for anyone to follow. So hope you enjoy my walkthrough of this COVID home test. And yeah, if you want to join my newsletter on every Monday, I send out at least once a week, maybe more. Check out at ebmgetunstuck.com and see you every week. Take care. Hey, thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed the show, you can subscribe here or here. And this is the previous episode. Check it out. See you next time.